wrestling fans, I'm going to tell you, we had a pretty decent Monday Night Raw tonight. Go home show to SummerSlam. A decent show tonight. New women's tag team champions. We had Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. We found out who Dolph Ziggler is going to face at SummerSlam. All that plus so much more happened on this edition of Monday Night Raw. Before we go over all that, you all do your part by becoming a subscriber today. Make sure you hit that bell button down below. And also, make sure you follow me on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok at 2007 Webby. Much appreciated to keep up with me on all social media websites. By doing so, you can get my thoughts on the shows as the shows are going along, and I put some other things on there as well. So a lot of fun goes on those websites. Plus, I put the videos on there as well in case you do not get notified when I put these uploads on YouTube. Now, wrestling fans, let's dive into Monday Night Raw, shall we? They officially have a new intro for us. It's about time. For so long they have just started off with, "Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw from Pittsburgh, PA. From New York, New York. From Memphis, Tennessee." Tonight, after they did the 10-bell salute, thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in El Paso and Daytona. But tonight after that, they gave us a new intro, wrestling fans. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy that they did that. I hope they continue to show us that. And if you want to know the truth, if WWE would continue to show us that and just add some pyro right after, they would really stand out amongst the other promotions that we see every week or that are out there for the wrestling fans to watch on television. That's one of the main things WWE needs to do. Add some pyros to their shows each and every week. Add pyros, have new sets, good storylines. There you go. Make the fans happy. You have step one. New intro. Let's see it on SmackDown tomorrow night, wrestling fans. WWE, let's see it. I think all the wrestling fans out there would enjoy seeing that. Now, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, they took on Natalya and Trish Stratus. The first thing that came to my mind was, why are we seeing this matchup? Why are we seeing the rivalries face each other 6 days before SummerSlam? Now, we didn't see Charlotte take on Trish Stratus. They didn't even lay a finger on each other. I was happy about that. Natalya and Becky Lynch did. I was fine. I could care less. Because quite frankly, after SummerSlam, are any of us really going to care? I mean, are we even going to remember Natalya taking on Becky Lynch? I'm not. And I don't think you all are either. Natalya is going to lose to Becky Lynch. Natalya is going to tap out to Becky Lynch. And we're going to move on. Becky Lynch is going to find herself a new opponent. And that's it. The only reason why Natalya is getting a title shot at SummerSlam is because they're in Canada. So, the sooner SummerSlam's over and Becky Lynch gets someone else to face, the better off it is. Samoa Joe, he had a lot of interesting things to say tonight, and I liked how Samoa Joe fit in to all of Roman Reigns' storyline tonight, including what happened at the beginning of Monday Night Raw. He stopped Michael Cole from saying, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw." He got on the table and he was tired of being this so-called victim. He was tired of being called the accused of running over, knocking down stuff, trying to hurt, trying to bash Roman Reigns last week. He wanted an apology from Roman Reigns later tonight. Well, wrestling fans, he came out later on and he sat in the ring. And he said he could wait all night long. He was going to just sit there. Kind of, if you want to know the truth, the way it was presented, it was almost like it was presented as like Roman Reigns was a heel. If there was no, if what happened moments later, Roman Reigns would have been presented as a heel, honestly. But Samoa Joe goes in the back, goes and finds Roman Reigns, and next thing you know, Roman Reigns almost gets run over. Gets out of his car, the door's still open, a car goes and rams the door, with Roman Reigns jumping back inside. So, the question is, who was in the car that hit the door? I think there's only one person left, and that is Daniel Bryan. Now, wrestling fans, on Wednesday, you're going to get my full preview and predictions of SummerSlam. But, short preview of this, I think that if it's Daniel Bryan should go over at SummerSlam. Who knows? Maybe Daniel Bryan should, actually hurt Roman Reigns tomorrow night. Get the advantage over Roman Reigns tomorrow night. Make it where it's an easy win tomorrow night. Some of you don't like hearing me say that, but if Eric Bischoff wants to push Daniel Bryan, give Daniel Bryan a big push on SmackDown. Wouldn't a big win over Roman Reigns at SummerSlam be a good way to start? Losing to Roman Reigns wouldn't be a good way to start. A victory over Roman Reigns would be a good way, and a loss for Roman Reigns would not hurt him at SummerSlam. It would not. Just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. And if you don't want to do that, we all have our channels. Go to your channel and speak your mind about that. That's why we have our channels, right, folks? Now, Rey Mysterio took on Andrade. Now, this contest I actually enjoyed. I thought it was a very good matchup, but it was not what I was really wanting out of Monday Night Raw. I was wanting Rey Mysterio versus Cesaro. That's the rivalry that I was really just pleading my case for last week to continue on. I mean, we saw this rivalry on SmackDown when both these superstars was on SmackDown. We saw this already. We know that these guys can put on instant classic matches. Same type rivalries, same type situations that they did tonight. Not going to complain about it. These guys can go out there and have knockdown, drag-out affairs each and every time they step inside the squared circle. But I was wanting to have something between Cesaro and Rey Mysterio, and see a series of matches between them, and maybe see some backstage segments between those two superstars. Maybe Cesaro beat up Rey Mysterio. Maybe Rey Mysterio interrupt Cesaro and promo. Something of that nature. Honestly, I thought that might be more entertaining than seeing something we've already seen on SmackDown Live. But WWE's not going that route. They're going back to the cookie jar and giving us something that we have already seen. If you wanted to build up Andrade and give Andrade something to do, you could have given him a different rivalry. I don't know. Once you take the title off AJ Styles and put it back on Ricochet, then you could have given Andrade that rivalry with Ricochet. That would be something to see. But, yeah. What do I know? The 24/7 Championship. Tonight's segment was absolutely just boring. Disgusting. I really did not like it. R-Truth is 11-time 24/7 champion. I'm sure he'll reach 20 times. But he's 11-time champion now. If you want to see the segment, go back on YouTube and watch it, or go back to your DVR and watch it. But he's a new champ. And that's all I have to say about that. Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins came out and he absolutely got mauled again. Minor version this time. You know, anything that has to do with Brock Lesnar anymore. You know, when Brock Lesnar first came back to the WWE, I was one of those people that was on the joy juice about Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar came back to the WWE, I absolutely was joyous about it. And then WWE gave him the Universal Championship for over a year. To the point where it was disgusting. And he has it again. And it's to the point where I really don't care about anything he does in the WWE as long as he has a strap around his waist. If he was in a rivalry that had nothing to do with the Universal title, I might care about Brock Lesnar. You know, I might actually care about what Paul Heyman has to say. It's getting to a point where I don't even care about that. It's just me, wrestling fans. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Some of you I know, probably Jason Funny, is going to say, you say one thing 1 minute, Webby, and next minute you turn on the person that you like. The only person you've never done that to is The Undertaker. You're a puppet. No, I'm not. It's what happens when WWE just forces something down your throat to the point where you can't take it anymore. And I'm not the only one that feels this way about Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins, you say that you're beating Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. You guarantee it. Well, I hope you do, but I don't see it happening. You're going to get my full preview about that on Wednesday. The Viking Raiders, they mauled and destroyed some jobbers tonight. The only thing I got to say about that is, please, please, wrestling fans, please, WWE, please, 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 get them, WWE, into a rivalry that is important. It is ridiculous that we do not have the Viking Raiders in a rivalry that means something right now. Why? Why? Can somebody answer me that in WWE? I'm sure the WWE Universe is asking that same question. How many times do we have to see them beat jobbers, local talent, people like Barry Horowitz? How many times? How many weeks? Let's move on to something important. Bray Wyatt destroyed Kurt Angle tonight with the Mandible Claw. Some of you might still want Bray Wyatt to do Sister Abigail. I like him doing the Mandible Claw. He can continue doing the Mandible Claw if you ask me. I enjoy it. Keep it up, Bray Wyatt. That's all I gotta say. And we all know the Fiend is going to beat Finn Balor at SummerSlam. You're going to get my full preview about that on Wednesday as well. I already gave you a lot of detail about what Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Daniel Bryan's situation, about what happened later on tonight. We have new women's tag team champions in the form of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. I thought it was going to be the Kabuki Warriors. Instead, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss took the titles. I'm just glad it's not the Iconics anymore. Adds to the storyline of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Will the titles get defended more than the Iconics defended them? Probably. Not much, but probably will be defended more than what the Iconics did. At least, oops. Here's hoping. Stupid camera. And of course, the main event. We found out that Goldberg will be taking on Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. Is this a surprise to anybody? I mean, honestly, Goldberg had been ridiculed, had been downplayed, had been made fun of, had been absolutely stomped on each and every week by Dolph Ziggler about his performance when he faced The Undertaker. It was a guaranteed Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. It's going to be Goldberg, Spear, Jackhammer. 1, 2, 3 at SummerSlam. Hopefully, Dolph Ziggler does not get landed on his head. He shouldn't. Dolph Ziggler, compared to The Undertaker, weighs a feather. But Dolph Ziggler will sell like nobody else. Because nobody else knows how to perform like Dolph Ziggler. But this is your Monday Night Raw review. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, leave me a big thumbs up. And until I see you again for SmackDown Live review, this is Webby. And I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.